Just a fantastic joke from Jimmy Fallon to lead it off. That's right. People all across America are lining up for shots. Normally when that happens here in December, we call it SantaCon. Yes, the late night hosts are excited about the coronavirus vaccine. Jimmy Fallon added, "What a moment for the country. Right now, enthusiasm for the vaccine is somewhere between the new PS5 and the McRib. Colbert, this is the most excited I've been to watch someone else's doctor appointment since Evel Knievel got a routine physical over Snake River Canyon." You have to be of a certain age to get that joke, Stephen Colbert, and I'm of that age. Jimmy Fallon. But today was really special. Usually if I want to see people on TV who've gotten injections, I have to watch Bravo. Good one. Colbert. Plus, they unveiled the brand new post-shot sticker, "Crushing COVID-19, got my vaccine," which is a much better rhyme than 1885's "Immune from cholera. Now back to a life of squalora." That's kind of cute. Fallon, the first COVID vaccine in the U.S. has been given. It was a little less exciting when the nurse was handed a bill for $50,000, but still. And Corden, the very first dose went to a critical care nurse in New York. Needless to say, her Tinder's blowing up. Nice job, late night writers. They also talked about the Electoral College. Decided, maybe Joe Biden did win the election. Colbert, huge news. The Electoral College officially certified that Joe Biden won the 2020 presidential election. Again, he did it. He's still the winner. Seth, great. The guy hasn't even taken office yet, but his election victory is already in its second term. We're going to be seeing articles about Biden fatigue before Christmas. Corton, this is a relief. I would hate to start another week of shows without talking about the same election results we've all known for the last month and a half. Colbert, at this point, Joe Biden has won the election so many times, he's our 46th through 51st president. Colbert, this is also big news because this means after 6 agonizing weeks, the election is finally over. Stick a fork in the president. He's done. Also, keep that fork handy because poking him in the butt might be the only way to get him out of the White House. Vulture wrote about Jimmy Fallon. Their headline, "Jimmy Fallon should wear glasses. The end." The writer said, "I have been informed this article needs to say more stuff for it to be published. Okay, fine." Interesting phrasing here. I'll quote, "A writer for the show has not G-chatted me to say Jimmy can't read the prompter from the desk, so he routinely mispronounces celebrities' names. They are not hoping that by leaking me this information I would write a story that shames Fallon into going to the optometrist." Very interesting. There are pictures online of Jimmy Fallon in glasses, and he looks quite handsome. I don't see what the issue is. Vulture also wrote about London Hughes, saying, "If you're unfamiliar with London Hughes, that's about to change." That's because London Hughes has 3 Netflix things going on. One, the Netflix after party thing with David Spade. Also an appearance on the history of swear words with Nicolas Cage. Looking forward to that. And her special, which has the title "To Catch a D Word." Again, my sponsors prefer I work clean. D word, male anatomy thing. She said, "Male comics get treated like gods. You don't have to be good looking. You don't even have to have money, but women will have sex with you if you're funny." And she says it's not like that for her. Her special's out on Netflix on the 22nd. Bad news for Sarah Silverman. Sarah Silverman's late night pilot has not been picked up by HBO. I'm sorry to break this news to Sarah, but apparently she already knows about it because she said, "I'm less sad than I was about it, but I felt like, wow, I feel like they needed this show, to be honest. But it's their channel. They could do whatever they want. Who cares?" Which sounds a little bitter, but on the other hand, HBO's still expecting a special from Sarah Silverman, who says, "I've never booked a special before having a special. I don't even do specials. I've done 3 specials in my whole career because I don't even think about it until someplace goes, 'You want to do a special?' And I'm like, oh yeah." Decider caught up with Colin Quinn, who said, "I think Dan Soder put it best when he said, we've all been self-flating all these years that we're artists and we're just mentally ill people shouting at cars. We have to, we have to talk. I mean, I noticed over the course of my life that whenever you sit down with comedians, nobody ever has nothing to say. There's always just somebody brings up any subject, doesn't matter what. Everybody's got an opinion on it. That's kind of the wild thing about comedy, and 2020 is that, as you say, comedians have opinions on everything. But now, after the comedians say their opinions on everything, they want to go, no, don't cancel me for my opinions. I'm just being a comedian. This is what I do." So it's like the trick of having it both ways. To me, people are having it both ways because they want to laugh, but then they want to be like, wait a minute, that's, we want you to transgress, but only on our terms. And it doesn't work like that. To me, the biggest misconception is the term punching up or punching down. As you know, comedy is play fighting. It's not punching at all. So once it's characterized as punching, it's going to look bad. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. It's supposed to transgress, and it doesn't transgress just where the audience wants to transgress. So you know what's shocking? What's offensive to some people is not offensive. It's the oldest argument in the book, the First Amendment. So I mean, cancel culture does happen. There's nothing I hate worse than people coming up and going, that was funny. I disagree with what you said, but I thought it was funny. It's like, I'm not there for you to agree or disagree. It's not even what comedy is. And then you fall in that trap of clapter, which is people saying that they know pander. It's called pandering, to the audience. And suddenly you have people going, I agree with that person. But if it's not in humorous form and not eliciting laughter, why would you call it comedy? It's not comedy. It could be the most brilliant philosophical point in the world. It's not stand-up comedy if it doesn't elicit laughter. From globalvoices.org, 14 Nigerian comedians have taken a definitive stance against rape culture by making a commitment to stop making rape jokes. They put out a comedy clip. It's about a minute and a half long. It starts with some comedians emphasizing that lame excuses are usually made for the joke, quoting, telling a rape joke doesn't mean I condone sexual violence. Come on, it's just a way to get people to laugh. It's just a joke. If it's so bad, why did everyone laugh? The article reminds us 1 in 3 women have experienced some form of sexual and gender-based violence. That means when you joke about rape, 1 out of every 3 women in your audience is negatively affected. 6 years ago, Nigerian comedian Basket Mouth, known as Bright Okpocha, drew public ire with a joke that inferred that Nigerian women deserve to be raped if they decline sex by the second date. The Radio Times wrote about Red Zone. That's the soccer comedy, I think, that I mentioned yesterday. I actually woke up this morning with this on my mind. And the title Red Zone, I'm starting to wonder if when they say football, they mean football like us Americans call football, not soccer football. Maybe it's like reverse Ted Lasso. Maybe like British guys come to the States and take over the Jets or something. I would watch that. It's a 6-part, 30-minute comedy series about football, but also not about football, according to Netflix. It's a series populated with bluffers, sharks, and genuine talent set in a world where no one is actually a friend, where there is zero trust, and where families tend to devour each other every 6 months. Red Zone. Maybe it's about soccer. And to wrap up, I thought I would share with you, I actually had a dream I was watching an Adam Sandler movie. I'll tell you the plot. It's not a real Adam Sandler movie, but maybe he should make this one. In the movie, Adam Sandler, he was like a nice guy construction worker, but the other guys on the job were being like super jerks to him, like accidentally, carrying a big thing of wood on their shoulder and accidentally hitting him in the head with it when they turn, like, that kind of like jerky behavior. But Adam's character was a really nice guy. But then we learned through flashbacks, they're investigating the death of one of the construction workers who was killed by a potato chip bag falling from somewhere on the construction site. The person got hit in the head and died. And we find out that maybe it was Adam Sandler's character. And maybe there was something heavy in that potato chip bag. In my made-up movie, in my dream, Adam was playing against type and playing this very calm. And I was enjoying the hell out of the movie. And then the dogs barked and woke me up. Can you make this movie, Adam Sandler? Play against type. Play a nice guy who might have killed one of his coworkers. I would watch that. Or you can make Hubie Halloween too. That's your comedy news for today. Follow the show on Spotify. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts. Catch you tomorrow.